Sahaja Yoga meditation was founded by Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi in 1970. With her selfless work and for the powerful results of her spiritual teachings, Sahaja Yoga meditation is now practiced in more than 100 countries free of cost. Sahaja Yoga is a Sanskrit language where Saha means with, Ja means born, and Yoga means connection. Born within every human being is the subtle system, which exists to connect with the all-pervading divine power surrounding everywhere, which does all the living work. It organizes, it thinks, and above all, it loves everyone. One must know that our Creator is the greatest organizer. The subtle system is also called as the tree of life in many spiritual traditions. The subtle system consists of 7 chakras or energy centers, 3 nadis or energy channels, and Kundalini, a living energy. In Sanskrit language, chakra literally means wheel, as it rotates in clockwise direction, and nadi means channels, through which Kundalini can rise from the base of the spine to the head. When the Kundalini is awakened, it rises spontaneously through the spinal column, passes through each of the chakras, and emits from the fontanelle bone area on top of the head. When this energy passes through the brain, we spontaneously achieve mental silence and a higher state of awareness. This process is referred to as self-realization. Each chakra and nadi has its own position within the body, which can be felt after getting self-realization. Let's understand more about our subtle system, that is Kundalini, chakras, nadis, and their qualities. Within every human being, there is a motherly and soothing spiritual energy called as Kundalini, lying dormant at the base of the spine in the triangular sacrum bone in 3.5 coils. The Greeks were aware that the bone they called hieron osteon, which means sacred bone or sacrum, carried within it a sacred energy, which led to the pneuma or spirit. Kundalini looks like fire, and she has the quality of fire within her. The quality of fire that exists in the Kundalini burns off whatever that is bad, stagnating, and that is polluting the subtle system. After burning off impure things, it cools down the subtle system. Once this extraordinary energy is awakened by a realized being, it rises up along the spine inside the spinal cord and passes through all 6 chakras in our subtle system before opening the Sahastrara chakra, the last center on top of our head. This is how one achieves yoga, or union, with the source of all. This 4-petaled center, as called as the Muladhara chakra, is situated below the triangular sacrum bone in which resides the Kundalini, and its main aspect is the innocence. Innocence is the quality by which we experience pure, childlike joy, without the limitations of prejudice or conditionings. Though the Kundalini has to rise through 6 chakras, Muladhara protects the purity and chastity of the Kundalini at the time of awakening. This 10-petaled center, called as the Nabhi chakra, is situated behind the navel region. This chakra is the one that gives us the sense of generosity, complete satisfaction, and contentment. When enlightened, this chakra gives us our spiritual ascent, righteousness, and inner sense of morality, and complete balance at all levels in our life. The six-petaled center, called as the Swatistan chakra, is situated in the abdomen. This is the chakra of creativity, pure attention, and pure knowledge. It is the one which connects us to the inner source of inspiration and enables us to experience the beauty around us. Surrounding the Swatistan chakra and the Nabhi chakra is the void, which stands for the principle of mastery within us. This is the center of the 10 primordial masters. Swatistan chakra moves around the void area to give sustenance to the void. Following false gurus who are more interested in power tricks or your money can damage very much the void area. Thus, as Sri Mataji says, in SahajaYoga, you become your own guru, your own spiritual guide, since you can feel on your fingertips all your subtle problems and have the power to cure them using your own Kundalini. This 12-petaled center, called as the Anahat chakra, is placed behind the sternum bone in the spinal cord. This chakra is the place where resides our spirit, our true self, which is eternally pure and unaffected by anything. When enlightened, this chakra gives us the sense of responsibility and pure behavior towards others, and also gives us complete security and confidence. The 16-petaled center, called as the Vashudi chakra, is placed in the neck region of the spinal cord. This is the chakra of diplomacy, of pure relationships with others, and of playful detachment. It removes our guilt feelings and gives us a kind and compassionate voice. This chakra gives us connection to the whole, enabling us to feel our oneness and the fact that we are all part and parcel of the whole. This two-petaled center, called as the Agya chakra, is placed where the two optic nerves cross each other in the brain, optic chiasma. When enlightened, the person immediately becomes thoughtless and forgiving, which is the essence of this chakra. Forgiveness is the power to let go of anger, hatred, and resentment, and to discover in humility the nobility and generosity of the spirit. It is the one that dissolves all our ego, conditionings, habits, false ideas of racialism, and all our misidentifications. This 1,000-petaled center, called as the Sahastrara chakra, is the most important center situated in the brain or the limbic area. Actually, there are thousands of nerves, and if you take a transverse section of the brain, you can see all these nerves beautifully arranged in a petal-like structure to form a lotus of 1,000 petals. This chakra integrates all the chakras with their respective qualities. When Kundalini rises and pierces the Sahastrara chakra, it awakens all the nerves, and we say that the person is an enlightened soul. Kundalini further pierces the fontanelle bone area and opens a gateway into the cosmos, and we experience this as a cool breeze on top of the head, hands, and feet. This stage is known as self-realization. That is union or connection of our inner self with the all-pervading power of divine. Essence of our life is to achieve this stage as described in all religions. Now let's understand the 3 nadis or channels of energy. The left channel, called as Ida Nadi, also called as the moon channel, begins at the Muladhara chakra and crosses the Agya chakra into the superego in the right side of the brain. This channel corresponds to our past, emotions, and desires. The greatest quality of the left side is joy, which is the nature of the spirit. The right channel, called as Pingala Nadi, also called as the Sun channel, begins at the Swatistan chakra, crossing at the Agya chakra into the balloon of ego. This channel corresponds to our physical and mental activity and is the conduit for our energy of action. The central channel, called as Sushumna Nadi, begins at the Muladhara chakra and passes straight up into the Sahastrara chakra. This is the channel of our ascent and spiritual growth. It is the conduit which sustains our evolution and guides us, consciously or unconsciously, towards higher levels of awareness, culminating in the Sahastrara, our uppermost chakra.